Okay, so this is my video of my functional vision assessment. So hopefully I'm doing everything correctly. And we do have another classmate joining us here today. I kind of took the information from Patty's eye exam and tried to use that to kind of focus my attention on different things that would help Patty. So here we go. So the first part of this is the medical history, and so my finger there. I know that she has Duane syndrome, which is a type of strabismus, which is like a lazy eye, and I believe it's on her lazy eye is on the left side.
Syndrome is a type of strabismus. Strabismus also entering list called cross-eye.
And then she also has anatropia, if I can say that correctly, which is a refractive error. So one eye is a different shape than the other eye. So that I know that she does wear glasses. So I want to be mindful of that when I'm doing the assessment. So those are the two diagnoses that I chose out of her list that we're going to kind of concentrate on. The Duane syndrome, this is a type of strabismus, lazy eye or cross eye, and then the other one is the anisometropical, if I said it correctly.
Chief complaint / primary concern.
So the chief complaint.
Patty is here for a function vision assessment. She will be starting kindergarten in the fall, entering list.
So she's going to kindergarten in the fall. So this is like a pre-K type of kindergarten. Easier for me because I have kids, so I can relate. But the mother wants to make sure that she is safe.
And her mother would like to know about suggested class accommodations.
And class accommodations for her.
Would like us to check her visual acuity. Reports that the preschool present objects to Patty on her right side due to better.
So they do give objects on her right side due to better field of vision on that side because she does have that one cross eye.
Exit list. Heading level 1, 2. Illumination. Contrast.
All right. So here we're going to get into the different parts of the actual functional vision assessment, but that was basically the background. So she has Duane syndrome, she has anisometropical, and she's going into kindergarten. And mom wants to make sure that she is safe. Things are handed to her on her right side, and want to see what other accommodations might be needed for little Miss Patty. All right, so don't mind my messy office. So illumination and contrast. So I have this blue, it's basically a top that I've turned upside down with different balls and different objects on it. And then I would kind of move them around and such, and then tell Patty to, can you pick up the red cup, which is here? Can you pick up the orange ball, which this is one, and this is another, I think that's orange ball, but the blue here would be the part that's a contrast. So, can you find the blue topper that's there? And it might be hard to see because it's blue on blue. So I would kind of just play this little game and just make sure she can pick up the different color balls and move them around and such. These are really good contrast because it's a yellow and an orange ball on a blue surface. Red would be okay as well. And then I also have... so just different contrasts, but the blue here might be hard to see if the person has issues with contrast. And then I would do it in different lighting, so dim lighting versus bright lighting, to see if that makes a difference or not. All right, so the next part is the visual complexity and safety. So this part, I don't have a demonstration, I guess. It would just be a cane. We'd go for a walk, and then I would see if she can identify a curb from the... So on a walk in her neighborhood, no major streets, but just can she identify a curb from the street? If there is like a contrast there, or the depth perception of the curb down to where the street is, or that step down, and then also walking around trying to see if we could find that handicapped area with the bumps. Can you tell where that is, that slope to get up on the handicap area, and such. So kind of just making sure that she is safe to walk around with the cane, and her mobility with the cane, and seeing if she needs some O&M type of help as well, navigating her neighborhood and small areas. She is kindergarten. She's not walking anywhere by herself, but at least she can walk next to an adult safely instead of someone always having to hold her hand as she gets older and grows. All right, so the next part is the structure of the eye and reflexes.
external eye appearance. Dash bullet strabismus and dash Patty has a left lazy eye. We would play catch with some entering list.
So I know that she has strabismus, and so we're going to go ahead and outside and play some catch.
Balls. Patty accepts things on her right. I would ask Patty to place the eye patch on the left and right side to see if she needs to turn her head.
So I know that she wears an eye patch, so I would actually ask her, as we're playing catch outside, to move the patch from the left and the right, or I can use the visual simulator that I made that is completely blacked out on one side, and then the other side I would open it up so that she can see, or she has her own patch that she can use, and just move it on the right side, put it on the left side to see if she needs to turn her head one way or the other in order to play the game of catch.
Balls. Patty accepts things on her eye patch on the left one way or the other, or keep her eye straight. Blank. Exit heading level blank. One eye patch on balls. Patty accepts things on her right. Dash bullet strabismus and dash Patty has a left lazy general external eye appearance. Exit list. Dash bull balls. Eye patch on the left and one way or the other, or blank. Exit list. Heading level 1-4. Formal and functional near visual acuities.
All right, so we're going to kind of jump to
Heading left functional distance visual
the
acuity.
distance vision acuity. So as we're playing catch and whatever else, so first we're talking about the shape of her eye and whatnot, and if she needs a certain patch and whatnot. But as we're playing catch, I'm going to tell her to yell out the color ball that I'm going to throw to her. And I would do this from different distances, whether I'm in the direction of the sun or not in the direction of the sun, and just ask her to, what color ball I'm about to throw to you, and I go throw it to the left side, throw it on the right side, and move myself around to see how far away from her do I need to be, if she can still see the color, or does she need to come closer to her in order for her to see the color of the ball that I'm throwing to her. All of these are soft balls, so nothing is going to hurt or whatever else, and I'm not expecting her to catch the ball. She is in kindergarten, still learning hand-eye coordination, and that's a bit difficult as a blind child, but just for her to identify the colors of the ball I'm going to throw to her, a nice fun activity for us to play together and such. And then even with this ball, it's a rainbow colored football. So that's what I would do for the distance. The next part is a near visual acuity. With no patches on her eyes, I'm going to ask Miss Patty to read a board book with me. At a kindergarten level, they may be able to read, or they may be able to identify letters. And so we would kind of go letter by letter, kind of, what letter is this one? What letter is this one? And then I would kind of see how far or near does she need it to her face or to her nose in order to identify different things within the book, within the board books. And I chose board books because they are easy to clean with with a wipe or whatnot. And then like this one, the letters, is that upside down? No, it's right side up. Okay, so, if the letters are hard to see, like this one, kind of, because they're not bold, then we would look at the different things in the picture. So, okay, can you see a white circle in the picture? Or, let's see if I can get a better example. Yeah, that Bard book is a bit difficult. Let's do a different Bard book and see. Sorry, I'm using one hand. Okay, so this one is really nice. So this is a large letter 9 and the word 9. So how close does she need this to her face in order to see that that is a 9? And the letters N-I-N-E. This one could also be for contrast. Contrast of a white letter on a blue background might be a little more difficult to see. That would be a yellow wording on a blue background. But how close does she need it to her face in order to see that this is the number and word 8 and such? And so I would kind of do this more than the other board books would be better, just because they are a large print, and that I could really measure the near distance acuity, which is
One way or the other, or blank. Heading level 1-4. Near formal.
yeah. So the near vision acuity for this. So the next one is about
Heading level 1-6. Visual fields, peripheral left.
visual fields. And primarily the central visual field. So same thing with the board book that I could identify. Is she looking at the board book straight on to see that this is the letter, the number 6 or whatever else, or does she have to turn it to the side and use her peripheral vision and scan it around to see what the word and number is on the book.
Heading level 17. Color discrimination.
Color discrimination.
Screen illuminated primary and secondary colors.
So this is a toy that will light up for different colors. So it says touch the green crayon, if I can find it. So, can she see different colors? And then it also helps that it does light up. For the illumination part as well, are you seeing the flashing?
Play with me? Touch the purple crayon.
Yeah, so the colors light up, so the illumination, can you see the light illuminating, and then can you find that specific color?
Great jelly of plum.
And then it's fun, it's interactive, and so it makes her want to continue to do it and learn and whatever else. So the more she does it, the more I'm identifying her scanning ability to scan the different colors.
I see you. Touch the red crayon.
So the scanning ability, the illumination, as well as the color discrimination, kind of all in this one toy here. So that's that one. And then the last one is 8, which is ocular motility, which is kind of all the things that we've done already. So a lot of these things you can incorporate into multiple parts of the vision, the functional vision assessment. So eye alignment, we already know that she's cross-eyed, and so we're wearing the patch to kind of help. And then the game of catch, wearing the patch on either side helps with helping her eyes align better, and just continue to wear the patch. So that's another recommendation, kind of a 2-part fold. Fixation would be more of the board book. So does she really need to fixate and focus on that page before she can see what the letter or number is? Or is she able to read it right away? And then the same thing, how far does it have to be from her face and her nose?
Convergence. Saccades left parent, shift attention right parent. Tracking.
Tracking would be more of the toy that we played with to look at the colors and see which one is lighting up and such. So that's kind of tracking and scanning. And then seeing if her head is tilted to the side, that helps her to see better, or tilted to the other side, or however, or then her peripheral if she's looking out of the side of her eye versus if she's looking straight on. The recommendations part is continuing, of course, to use her cane outside for safety reasons, so she can understand the curb and the depth perceptions and such. So she's not, walking into the street; she's staying on the sidewalk. Wearing the patch, and so that she's strengthening the muscles in both eyes, so that they can hopefully align straight forward or close to it as possible.
Flashlight would encourage Patty to continue to wear her eye patch to strengthen her eye muscles.
So yeah, and then that would be mainly it. And then continue to hand her things on her right side. That helps her to know that something's coming her way instead of being shocked on the left side. Is another recommendation that I would make. And then continue to kind of do these games with her, make it more interactive for her age group. That way she's engaged and whatnot. She doesn't know that it's an actual assessment being done. She just thinks that she's at play. Wiping things down when you're done to make it ready for the next kid. Would be all the different recommendations I would make for her, but and such.